Welcome back to the Not Fancy League. As always, I'm Rob,
And I'm Tyler.
and we are coming at you with our championship set, and it's two brothers. So, any thoughts just immediately off the bat there, Tyler? We have two brothers in the championship.
Yeah, some people were saying collusion because how earlier, one of the brothers didn't play Tyreek Hill. Some people are just saying that, something maybe we look into. But
Yes,
yeah, it
we
should
will-
be a good rivalry.
yeah.
Lots of bragging rights.
A lot of bragging rights in this one. We'll talk to them a little bit later about the collusion and preview the entire matchup with them, so we won't make a pick for that game until we're on with them, so that'll be a little bit later here in this video. But in the meantime, we're going to run through all of these games. But before we start, let's start with our MVPs of the week, Tyler. Let's get an MVP of the week from you.
Yeah, so I did a stack. I had the Kirk Cousins, Justin Jefferson stack. Did not look like it'd be the MVP at the first half, but, best comeback in regular season history, I think in NFL history in general. Both of them getting 30-plus points.
Yeah.
Had a day. For you?
Had a day, a big reason why Fields of Dreams was able to get in. And then on the other side, I'm going to go another Viking. So every single MVP of the week this week is a Viking. I'm going to go with Dalvin Cook. Also a huge monster game. Pretty much not the only reason, but a big reason why Rock Springs Football Club was able to get the edge over Team Arias. Both of these playoff games were extremely close, and I think the Vikings were the reason that both of these teams won.
Yeah. And then going from reasons people won to the reasons people lost.
Yes.
The L of the week, I had Devontae Adams only getting 6.8 points. Not a great one. Kind of stinker. I mean, obviously he wouldn't have done that, but if he started Adam Thielen, Alex would have won the week.
Yes.
Yeah, what about your guy?
I'm going to have to go sticking with the same team. Said he was going to win out. Was convinced he was going to win out. I saw Aaron Rodgers rip his heart out last night. I'm going to have to go L of the week, Justin Herbert. And not that he was exceptionally terrible. He didn't really score a ton of points. And it was the thing that Alex took him second overall. So the reason you didn't move on to the championship game was because your number 2 overall pick, first-round pick, in Dynasty, didn't show up. And that's tough. That's a tough thing to hang your hat on. Not to throw a touchdown, 2 picks. Just not enough in general from a pick that high.
Yeah, not a great week. Should we just go ahead and talk about the recap of next week?
Let's just
this week,
Let's just start with these games. So we're having good old-fashioned tank off here, trying to get teams all the way to the bottom. Apparently, Team Velocity, we'll throw this up, did not get that memo. Tyler had one of the most successful tanking performances I think I've ever seen, 53.68 points. Pretty impressive, and Team Velocity's team is actually pretty good. Wouldn't have won a playoff game this week, but pretty good.
It does need to be said, I lost a couple picks this week because the projections were below 5 points. It wasn't intentional. They were 5 on Saturday, and the Jameson Williams one is weird because on Sunday even it was 5 points. So That was weird. Lost, I think, 7th and 6th pick. Just not really a close one ever.
Yeah, not really. You ran away with that. So moving on to the next game. As you can see, I don't have a lot of players in. And Team Squigs, if you look at his roster, just take a quick peek at Team Squigs' roster right here. We'll go ahead and zoom in for you. This is his playoff contention roster. If he was in the playoffs, he would have started this roster. They dropped 77 points. So I was sweating the whole time trying to lose this game. I ended up tweaking and taking Kyron Williams out and sacrificing the pick. So I also lose 2 draft picks. At least I'm bottom 2. But, he had me worried there for a while because just no one was doing anything.
Yeah, it started the week when Jonathan Taylor, injured early in the game.
Yes.
Had you probably sweating beginning, but you still felt confident. And I was with you on, was it Saturday or Sunday?
Yeah, it was Sunday for the first group of games, yeah.
Yeah, you were just stressing on the phone, worrying about it. It was a funny one, but it did come out. Now you guaranteed yourself a top 2 pick, probably the second pick.
Probably the second pick. I don't know if I'm going to be able to out-tank you. We'll get into that later, though. So moving on to Moving on to the Standard versus I Am Sad. The Standard didn't really look like they were going full tank. They kind of just threw some guys in. And I Am Sad takes the draft pick loss and they take the draft pick loss, and it also, if he starts Ramondre Stevenson, who was originally in that spot, he wins that game. It would have been just enough points for IMSA to get that victory. So I guess worth losing the pick in a way that he's now in the consolation bracket ladder below.
Yeah, I mean, if you played Miles Sanders, he would have been fine because he only got 1.9, which right there is a L of the week candidate right there if he started. But yeah, most of these games weren't particularly close, but yeah, now he guaranteed himself a top 4 pick. So
yeah, I guess it was worth it in a way.
So,
but the only thing is it's a 2-player draft. It's not a 4-player draft. So we'll see.
Yeah. All right. Now to the games that actually matter and have some stakes. We'll go ahead with Team Arias versus Team Rock Springs Football Clubs. Go ahead, Rob.
Yeah, so this one, Team Arias, kind of seemed like they were just a little bit too far away the entire game. Like, Rock Springs Football Club kind of held control for most of it. They were just a little bit too far away. And it's not that Team Arias was bad necessarily, just nobody really sprung up and was that good. 150 points is pretty serviceable, but no one really hit over 20. There was no really standout performers on Team Arias' team.
Yeah, Team Arias texted me about if he had rooting for right at the end of the game, hoping Aaron Jones would have gotten a receiving touchdown, which I don't think they were going to do at the very end, but still had the hopes towards the end. But yeah, it's tough. Tough that was it his second round pick or his first round pick, TJ Hawkinson?
Second round pick, yeah. TJ Hawkinson.
Yeah, because he had Josh Allen first.
Yeah.
That, he only shows up with a stinker. Not even that bad of a stinker, but 8.3 points. The lowest of any, positional player.
Yeah.
And Rock Spring, one of 2 Bischoffs in the championship.
Yeah, just quite did enough. So we've gone to our other playoff game, 2 versus 3, Where's DeMarco Murray versus Fields of Dreams. And this one came down to the end. The Monday Night Football game, Aaron Rodgers had to score under 6 points, and he was under 6 points for a long time. And Alex was sitting over there sweating, hoping that Aaron Rodgers wouldn't rip his heart out. But lo and behold, Aaron Rodgers throws a little swing pass touchdown, and that's just enough to get the victory for Fields of Dreams.
Yeah, Alex being a Bears fan thinking Aaron Rodgers wouldn't rip his heart out in new ways is kind of – it's very hopeful wishing. But, yeah, it sucks. No Winfield guys are going to the playoffs, and it's just the Bischoff brothers heading towards it. And it was a fun game paying attention to.
Yeah, it was. Both of these games were very, very thrilling, came right down to the end. So far, a great playoffs, and we have a great championship game in store. So let's switch over. Let's do our Egg Bowl update and do some of these previews.
Awesome. So should we just start with the toilet bowl itself?
No. Let's start with the Egg Bowl update. Let's show everyone where we're at because it's very, very important.
That's right. You gained
yes.
You gained another game.
Yes,
so
I did.
You are now 5 games behind, or 5 eggs behind with 5 games left. 5 eggs
behind, 5 games to play.
So what we're doing now is I'll pick every game first, and Rob, if he wants to, can fade me to see if he can, because we do have a tiebreaker. It's whoever wins the Egg Bowl.
Whoever loses the Egg Bowl.
Yeah, whoever gets first
egged.
Overall pick.
Yeah, whoever loses the Egg Bowl gets egged. Yeah.
Yes. And you're going to just fade me maybe all the way. We'll see.
We will see. I'm 99% just going to fade you because I want the shot. I want the shot to be able to throw 1 egg. To come from my deficit down, to be able to throw 1 egg, it would make me so happy.
What an anticlimactic video that we've been talking about every week, and then 1 egg and you miss.
I will not miss. I will not miss my 1 egg.
All right, let's get into it. Because you're 36-19, and I'm 41-14. Just for a clarification, let's get into it. Danger Witch versus Money Manziel. What are your thoughts?
You're very, very good at tanking. What's your pick?
Oh yeah, that's right. Well, right now I don't have 2 players in because I can't get anybody on the waiver wire until the day after. So maybe if you can think of an advantage there doing that. But right now I'm projected to lose to you by 23 points. I'm going to pick you winning it.
I'm going to have to pick you winning it then. I might be able to out tank you. Just hope for some strange touchdowns. You never know where they can come from. I'm going to go with the Danger Witch to win.
Okay, I like it. Now we got ourselves Team Blasi versus I Am Sad. Yeah, I mean, it seems like Aiden's not trying to tank, so it seems kind of confusing. I don't know if he knows why not to tank, or anything, but I think I'm gonna go with I am sad here because he's deliberately trying to get a better pick.
And that would make a lot of sense, but Team Bloss is gonna get a text this week, being like, "Hey, you should be tanking."
Collusion from the commission.
Collusion from the commissioner for sure. In an attempt to not get egged.
Well, I am sending a message to Trich this week then to make sure he does get.
I think Trich already gets the message. I don't know if Team Blassie because he has a lot of keepers on his roster right now that are pretty good. So I don't know if he has the flexibility to try to tank, but we'll see. I'm going to pick Team Blassie because, again, I'm trying to fade.
There we go. We'll go to our third game here. I was going to say the consolation, but it's all consolation and championship now. We got the Standard versus Team Squigs. You got a little inside information because right now you're living with your dad.
Correct.
About it. Has he said anything about delivery trying to tank or anything?
I'm not sure.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure.
Cool. Tight. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go with the Standard then because now I'm more of in a loophole because I don't know if you're gonna tell your dad to start him. Start players or not, but
we'll see. I'll go with Team Squigs. There's no way his team could possibly be as bad as they were last week, with 77 points actually trying, which still blows my mind away. So yeah, hopefully he's a little bit better than that. Moving on to Where's DeMarco Murray versus Team Arias, our third place game between two teams in the West Division, same division. Who do you got, Tyler?
Boy, this one is kind of tough because they're teams that are good. You kind of have to look at the bench options here, and who has the better bench. And honestly, they're both kind of equal as well. So I'm really stalling here. Rob, do you have any insight on the game?
I'm not going to give you any insight on the game. You got to make your pick.
Oh, okay.
Make your pick.
Cool. I'm just thinking about the viewers' enjoyment, not have dead air, but that's fine.
It's you're the one making the dead air. You just make the pick. It's over.
I know. God forbid you say anything. All right. I'll say Team Arias loses, so I guess I'll pick DeMarco Murray.
All right. I'll pick. So you're saying Where's DeMarco Murray's going to win? Yes. Yeah, that's what you said. That's what you said.
Okay.
Yeah,
I can't switch it?
No, you can't switch it. You can't switch it.
Okay.
I will take Team Arias to win.
All right. Well, Arias is also going to get a text this week.
All right, and then so we're not gonna do the championship game right now. We're gonna wait and pick the game in front of our two brothers that are in the championship. That should be a very, very good interview. We actually haven't filmed it yet. Normally we film the interviews before we film the video, but not today. Any other thoughts as we wrap up our last preview of the season, Tyler?
No, it's been a fun year, and it's a good interview. Definitely should enjoy it. Very fun, very good laughs, a lot of laughs.
There was a ton of laughs, yeah.
Yes. So thanks for watching.
Yep. Thank you all for watching. And we'll talk to you post-championship and post-interview. All right. We are here with our two championship contenders, the two brothers in the championship, Theo and Nathan Bischoff, Field of Dreams versus the Rock Springs Football Club. So I guess just to start out right here with you guys, how does it feel to be playing your brother in the championship? We'll start with Nate.
I think it's a lot of fun. I really enjoy talking pigskin with my brother all the time. Whenever we're on the phone, we're always making sure to check it off. He's my number one fantasy consultant, so I think it's really cool that I get to end the season against I think we got the two best teams in the league in the final. I think it's fun that it's me and my brother. I think it's going to be a good time.
Yeah, same question to you, Theo.
So yeah, as I said when we interviewed back in November, there isn't really a lot of trash talking between me and Nathan historically. We've never met for a fantasy football championship before, but I really think it's going to be similar to back in the olden days, throwing the pigskin around in the backyard, just getting ourselves
You're just falling apart immediately in this interview. We're a solid 45 seconds into this thing. Theo just fell apart.
I just If my fantasy performance is this bad this weekend, I don't know what I'm gonna do, you guys.
All right.
That was so bad. I was keeping score and everything, Nathan. Like it was pathetic. Oh my god.
It's okay. I'm glad we can actually do an interview now.
Yeah. Oh my god. Okay.
All right.
What's going on over here?
Sorry, guys.
What was the behind the scenes right there?
Sorry, guys. We wanted to have a contest to see who could say pigskin the most times. And he got one in, and the first time I said it, I just completely lost it. We had a little side bet going on. Holy shit! Oh my god!
Rob, there should be no cuts.
Yeah, I might cut a little bit of it, but for the
They'll be
most
like,
part,
"Why
we're gonna
is
keep
this-
all of that in, Theo.
Like, why is this video so long?
Why is Theo all of a sudden like crying? Like they're gonna cut.
Just cut to you.
Oh, my face is just shot. Oh my god! But in all seriousness, I think we don't really talk smack a lot in fantasy football because any given Sunday anything can happen, and this league in particular, there's a lot of crazy stuff going on. I see there's a lot of I'm looking at our teams right now, and I think they're pretty evenly stacked at the moment. Like
Yeah.
I said, anything can happen. I'm slightly favored to win, and I think that might just be because he has Elijah Moore in, who's kind of a question mark. But other than that, like,
Yeah, it's gonna be really,
And
really close. Yeah.
He might not be there come the end of the week. That's for certain. There might be another guy in that spot.
Do we have insight on who it might be, or are you just kind of choosing between guys?
I'm choosing between guys. I'm going to see who's out there. I still have Lazard on my bench, I think. I think with Zach Wilson in, I just want no part of anything Jets.
That does kind of make sense to me. I don't know who they're playing this week. Normally, I know who teams are playing every end of the week. I don't know.
Jacksonville.
That's right. That is right. Yeah. All right. So there was one thing I wanted to touch on before we go deeper into this game. So you guys played each other late in the season, and pretty much Nathan had to get a win in order to stay into the playoff race, and Theo had already locked up his spot. And I saw there wasn't a lot of changes from your normal lineup, Theo, but Tyreek Hill was on your bench. And was there any thought process behind that? Was there any reason in particular he was on your bench?
no.
He was just on. You decided to bench him that week. That's all it was.
I sometimes, these things happen. To say that there's a pretty good chance that the Dolphins were on bye the previous week. That would be my guess. I don't know what weeks we're talking about, but I'd be willing to bet the week before you're talking about, he didn't play. So
All right.
that's
We can
that's
check
the best
into it
guess I
deeper. But I said to ask that one question for sure. All right. So last thing here. So we've already probably at this point thrown up the matchup. We're going to throw it up again. And I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to this at all, but Tyler and I have an egg bet going on. So whoever makes more correct picks throughout the year gets to throw eggs at the other guy. And currently Tyler has a 5-egg lead with 5 games left. So I've been fading Tyler on all of these picks. So it's Tyler's pick first on who he wants in this championship game.
So how confident do you guys feel both going into it?
I feel like my team is more solid overall, but his team has more chance to explode. Now that I'm looking at it, you have a tight end in the flex. You fool. So
I done had a tight end in the flex all the way here.
well, now
I've
I'm feeling even more better because Nick Chubb is my flex and you have David Njoku as your flex. So
I got
That's
to the
easy.
championship rolling out Kittle and David Njoku.
yeah, well, you're gonna lose the championship rolling out.
Oh wait,
Njoku
well
and
now
Kittle.
we'll look at that. I definitely still have lineup tweaks to do. I'll probably still, depending on matchup, play Njoku and Kittle because there's not a lot of pop coming from my bench. They're not usually. They don't have high upside most weeks. So I like having David Njoku and George Kittle in the lineup because both of them have a chance to just get hit with a ton of targets any given game.
Yeah, I mean,
This is true.
I had the advantage going Theo just because he's been so dominant all year.
No, I probably have the advantage going Theo up to this
okay.
point.
All right. Well, Rob,
But-
if you had a pick, who would you have picked?
I'm not disclosing anything. It's your picks. I'm going to watch you go 0 for 5 this week. That's the theme of the week.
All right, so we pick now or break down each position like we do?
We can go ahead and break down each position. I don't have it pulled up in front of me, so you kind of got to walk us through it.
Okay,
Tyler.
we'll go ahead and do quarterbacks first. Theo has Tom Brady, just the one quarterback, while Nathan has Kirk Cousins and Aaron Rodgers.
And I think this is a great time to say is that there is a whole bunch of brownie hounds that were jumping on quarterbacks in the first and second round. Like the famous one is Jalen Hurts going at the top of the second, which in retrospect is a good pick. But all these other guys that were going in like the first round, like dynasty, whatever, like it's Brady versus Cousins in the championship. So let that be noted at this time.
That is very true because
that's a good one.
Alex was playing one of you guys. I don't remember who was playing Alex, but he had Justin Herbert. And Justin Herbert was the second overall pick in the entire league, and he dropped 10 points in the playoffs. And that just hurts. That hurts so bad. Yeah, you guys are sitting here without quarterbacks pretty much in the championship.
Yep.
I'm going to give the advantage here with Tom Brady on that one. Pretty easy. When you put it up Kirk Cousins versus Tom Brady, especially in a championship game, it's pretty easy right there.
Kirk Cousins was great last week.
He was, yeah. Well, for the second half, yeah.
For the second half.
That
I don't
Giants
know.
defense. Go ahead, Nathan.
I don't know what Tom Brady has been doing this year that you guys are enamored by at this point, but Kirk Cousins has put up some pretty monster stat lines. He had 44 points last week after scoring negative points in the first half. Kirk Cousins was an awesome pickup for my team.
No, yeah, I mean, he's good fantasy quarterback. It's just my head, Kirk Cousins. I'm never going to ride with Kirk Cousins.
Well, we're not playing real football, fortunately.
That is true.
Well, then, and I guess I'm riding with Kirk Cousins then. I'll go ahead and pick quarterbacks Kirk Cousins and Aaron Rodgers. Maybe they both start. Maybe one of them starts. I'm going to go the other side.
Cool. Now we'll do running backs with Nathan having Eckler and Kamara, while Theo's with 3 with Cook, Henry, and Nick Chubb, the three-headed monster.
Yes. That's been pretty good. We've been talking about it all year, Theo, that you're pretty much riding these 3 running backs. Normally one of them goes crazy, and I think Derrick Henry's playing the Texans this week, which is just really, really good for Derrick Henry. I think he normally just destroys the Texans. So I think I'm going to lead Theo's running backs.
Yeah, that one's pretty self-explanatory. And now with wide receivers, Tyreek Hill is in this week with Zay Jones and Terry McLaurin as his second flex, while Nathan has Justin Jefferson and Elijah Moore maybe as his 2 wide receivers. Probably not, though, as we talked about earlier.
Some weeks Justin Jefferson can get me production for 2.
That's
what
I
true.
was just going to say.
That is true, yeah.
Yeah. Because the Cooper Kupp thing, I thought was going to kill you, Theo. I thought there was no way you were going to rebound from not having Kupp. The Hill thing helped, and you kind of found enough pieces to keep it together. It's hard to pick against Justin Jefferson, though. So I'm going to lead towards Justin Jefferson.
That's fair. I'd be a lot more confident if Cooper Kupp was in. If Cooper Kupp was in, I would say this is dangerously close to a lock of a game right here. But yeah, I agree. Justin Jefferson is the best receiver in the league at this point. It just doesn't matter.
Definitely. But I feel like Zay Jones actually was a good pickup, especially recent weeks. He's been solid. Yeah. I actually might go Theo here on the advantage of receivers, just because we don't know who the second wide receiver is for Nathan.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, well, we'll do with probably the clear advantage here with Kittle and Njoku for Nathan, while actually doing pretty well as himself is Evan Ingram.
A lot of Jags over there, Theo.
Yeah, a lot of Jags. I think Trevor Lawrence is putting it together, and he's coming into his own as a professional and as a team leader. And then, after watching what happened against the dear Dallas Cowboys, I gotta put respect on the Jaguars at this point. I can't be a hater. It was a solid game.
Yeah, Trevor looked really, really good. Oh, yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I said they put up points, too. So from a fantasy perspective,
it is true.
Can't hurt.
All right, so I'm going to let Tyler make his official pick for the game. Tyler, who do you have winning the inaugural NFL championship, not Fantasy League championship?
The championship after Monday night will be Theo.
Wow.
Rock Springs Football Club for the win. I'm sorry, Nathan. It hurts as you are the Bears brother, but I'm going to go with the 11-3 team.
I'm going to go Fields of Dreams. Give me Nathan. We're split down the middle here. Best of luck to you guys. Any final thoughts before the championship game?
My closing thought would be this. While I do hear both of your cases about Theo's team looking a little bit better on paper, which it does, I will openly admit that, I have been faced with a lot of games coming through the playoffs where it did not look good for me on paper. You both picked against me in the first round, and we see where that got us. One way or another, find enough guys who can pop. And it comes down to some week guys pop, some weeks they don't. I just need a couple more pops, get me over the top. Pop.
Hey, this is why we play. It's not for
Yes,
sure.
sir.
So the comeback is possible.
All right, Theo, any closing thoughts?
Yeah, my closing remarks is that this man is wearing a Brandon Marshall jersey and is talking about winning football championships.
Ayo!
Brother, the only place that the Chicago Bears belong is on your bench right there next to David Montgomery. Because in terms of fantasy prospects, there's not much going on over there.
Well, cool. Thank you so much, guys, for doing this interview with us.
Love talking pigskin with you guys.
Yeah. Yeah, as always, we'll have a pigskin winner, a pigskin champion.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and then we're going to end the video right here. So thank you all for watching. As always, best roast gets $5. Tyler, you got anything?
No, thanks for watching.
All right, thank you.
Bye, everyone.